Some of these numbers will tell a story of, what is going to be a pretty difficult negotiation for us as a country. Because look at this. If you look at all the bailouts that we've received from the IMF since 1999, this is the Fourth Republic in the last 30 years, right? It comes down to a total of $1.96 billion. That's everything that the IMF has given us since 1999. In 1999, we went for 303 million. The last time we went, in 2015, that was a $900 million we got. If you put all that together, in 30 years, the IMF has only given us $1.96 billion. In the scheme of things, that's a mighty drop, right? But we go to the IMF for this because mostly it's beyond how much we get. The credibility they give us, the validation they give us, the fact that they almost all of a sudden overnight, it makes us credit worthy again. So we can go back and borrow on the Eurobond market. Now we are shut out from the market. So there's more to what the IMF brings to us than this amount. But I want you to keep your eye on this amount because it's important. In the monetary terms, 1.96 billion total amount of money we've gotten from the IMF since 1999 in 30 years. Why is that number important? If you compare to this, then the number becomes a bit more interesting. Because as I've said, from 1999 to 2015, the four programs that we've gone to the IMF for, all total, there's 1.96 billion. Do you know how much we got in 2020 from the IMF for COVID support alone? That's the number here, 2.4 billion in 1 year. 2.4 billion. That is almost twice as much as we've got in 30 years from the IMF. So it begs the question, what did we use the $2.4 billion for? Because after we've received this amount, we return to the IMF. Now, you remember that we got this amount from the IMF and the other.
Only as I so I know share video no na yetimi akoyanim. Sweet na, my lovely sister. Sweet na, welcome. Kwa be blessed. Yeboa blessed. Oba so I share the video. I want for a moment yen ma yen animre ewo yen asase ne ho. Ghana ye wasase or ye menso masase. It oba so I share. These are facts. These are factual. Ye metena hankasa kufuwa tikodo esitu kufuwa do ti na nimu nyefe ne ho nyefe wa hu na nso emfa sika emehye botom emfa yen sika na yete so no ye sorry ye no ye hu ba bi sika na afa enti ye the fact eba bekasa ene menua Bernard akwaba monche video no na ye nkoyanim afa nso ye video na ye nuanu mu bi omo akoka akwantuo mu menua meti hei me ba Canada akwantuo omo ba tetefo wono ye hunia me bi omo ye omanya omo wo sika wa ha papa ye omo nteborofo mame kanati eni omo wo sika omo ti sika so ekomo ne omo omo nteborofo na ye ba ye de niam bi mu esanse ye teborofo na yan ano takataka ganafo ye nsua hwe kura ye sua borofo ne on teborofo kura de o se hwege kan ho bi obeka no na de aka my l ne me l no enye kura na de beka sika wo kromu ha esanse even bibi kakra bi kura ewe interpreter Ghanaian languages ban ye interpreting officers ye tua Ghanaian Ghanaian be kwa koyi ne vernacular na guo uye nya sikada inti skromo omo nte brofo no omo no moska inti ye ne ya besua yenso ya besua enu nti na mese metwi no inkran krobo menya igbe meka spalu si le français ma besua epoto kasa ne mienu ena mesu mi pese misua Ghana no inti ye no ya fe na yesua brochi abrabo na anu ya na yesua ye inti ye level according to yen quote Yankofa plane wo mreko a ye nananom etetetete abo so suade ene nti yamu a omaka akwantu wo mu no ye no mu bi no mo frɛn a 50 100 150 Ghana obi abeye yi a charity box ye de besi ho meboa Ghana obi awo na awo aban entimi nhwe no ye de charity box ena yem papa yem sister etwere so hima yem brother nso nam we prisons on ma nkrofo ana moto otutu ye no enti ye betena ha na omu bisa yen sika papa ahyase no stories no na edoso eno nti stars bi ye de ato wo menuanom a omu ye ade sweet na anom my brother bi so eto ye nyina ye semo de 1000 mamia Ghana fo jimu nyina enti monye stars ne mra afa na nanu ya na misua se Facebook ayete so say ye wesi yen time ema yen ye sika no mudi Mumfa stars ne mra ye the fact ba be kasa na menua hwe menya ade ba heart wote ade bia wonya mfa so menya bi da Ghana ye wukuro menkoje bribe na ye mfa bribe ne ma ma okromfo bi emehwe wo mehwia wo manipa na ma wo bribe no mane mu ye adwuma sane ye be ya wo nua kodjo nso ba be pa adwuma wo eno nti na krom wa ye desa no nti tie ne aye kan na ye mfensu ade enko yanim onua na yenko
Support that are coming from the World Bank. The World Bank country director has spoken about this extensively, that they give us some money, right? IMF give us some money. Other international partners give us some money, all amounting to this. So we got a lot of money, 2.4 billion. I mean, and the IMF giving us 1.96 billion. And if you look at this is a source of this IMF SDR calculations and then finance statements. That's where we got this amount from. That's a source of this. So the question needs to be asked. Do you know how much you are asking the IMF for? According to the information minister, we are expecting something, the upper limit of $3 billion, right? But in 2020, because of COVID, we got this support, IMF, World Bank, others, 2.34 billion. So this couldn't solve our problem. Will 3 billion, assume we get that money, would it change anything? What would it change?
Minia Josephine Akwaba Nyankopon share. How to share the stars is menso yes me sister what was her name Samsewa na me pese me ye bi mano na me hu. I had to go to my page, my real page, which is not your real way no profile no ansa na obehu stars ne wo wo come me profile no so obehu star no na we mia give a star na what star so what ya say Oni a wo hwe me Bawumia oye foolish boy de bia meka Bawumia eye ade a oye nipa ye de ne sei ade into onye nipa onka otiasefo Bawumia ye foolish boy. I'm telling you, wa prowa to the extent to say up to today Bawumia ye de ne koye ade bi ye Bawumia ote wono Vice President no odino ono ye chro ye deny it to say gimmick won I to say scapegoat Bawumia onye hwehwehwe onye adwuma Bawumia anya adwuma. They brought Bawumia to get closer to the northern boys no. They brought Bawumia in. Mamen explain ade bi nkyerɛw. Etuntumfo wa ha eku emra mu pa etuntumfo no mo Jamaica fo we chese omu akwa akiri omu ku constitution no omu ku the Charter of Rights, the Canadian Charter of United States omu no maku omu de lawyers omu fa lawyers amaku mra omu no mabebie abrofo ni bi nso ekwan ama lawyers bebre mo manye sika eye tuntumfo no. Now, even with that, movements, matches with with Arise Ghana we march ye riots nimni demo demonstrations upon demonstrations ni nyina chire no still a etuntum brewa bisa me se die ntra still up to still etuntum for bre ti ye dede a wa abrochimemu a no maami ekua medofo nyankopon hira me hu ache papa maami ekua ekua frani me hu ache Simon welcome munchi video ni nenko akiri with all the demonstrations no na omo bue kwan atum it necessary omo bue kwan ema etuntumfo beye bebre beye necessary tete no na ekwan hyeda nim social workers eno omo sheda ete eniama esese but omo de social workers na so ye wo institutions a obetimi aye adwuma guess what when it comes to child protection well aye city nankasa aban nankasa no mo muko apprehending kwala free nkofo fie no mo gye nkrofo ma na aborofo no eno mo wom uko school na university no omo de placement no omo de emra obibini a oko school no nim se wabusiafo some of the immigrants nkola no omo papa no mo ne omo mamefo abese omo credit meboa inti for you to be able to work and as an immigrant child a ubewie university akoye social worker ya fa wo city na we make decision a efa nkola huno omo chedade we placement no the qualifying we no eniama ebe ma otuntum ni no hard difficult to be able to achieve it intine mayam kofisasisa courses developmental worker community service justice chesa yanu de omo no asam na agi gon no mo de aban ho now so decision no sika nankasa no mo make sika no nka social workers are omo make decisions in the system no inso essence abro any constitution na endi muwa no ntino the constitution the foundation of the law nankasa no na endi muwa bi ebibifuo inti wohwa bawomia inti etese de ekromu ha ye dede na no masheda police omo so they are hiring for police minorities omo hiam that means say juma na yedin bawomia Ekufuado is a smart and a thief a smart con artist, a smart kangaroo, the opemu nankasa papa pinto no, or no ye the Italian mafia, or no, and no wo se ye kano chrono mo chrono, no babrochi wa mesua your chrono. And no timi 4G for law certificate, only lawyer, one complete any law degree, Ekufuado. As what has been alleged anka up to and anka sankania ye kana enimu a anka MPP form paying for ni bidi Ekufuado law certificate any the university e wa brochi Ekufuado koye nanka omu de abeto ho da so menua it is true say Ekufuado wan wie we no iti just like a before omo kromu ano ye dede ya na no masheda no mabue opportunity bi e wo system no mu mese me madwuma me ye mame kasa me kiro se me ba afoforo no kọ we workshops a ubehu tuntum a na oye half cast Italian fonko negum ukọ city hall ho a before no so it but omo de before no akoye te say boy iti bawumia or ye boy bawumia ba government you think he is a vice president you think bawumia is a vice president bawumia is used to accomplish a dirty work by the finance minister Ekufuado ebusiafo nankasa enye country no mo build o menua look at a country who received a World Bank money of billions of dollars but could not lift up a magic tree ba kumpo ewo Ghana eno omo afa nkrofo bi mo te se Adom Otchery Gyimi a ni kronu onim Ghana asase no onim ni Ghana asase Adom Otchery suku okoye ene lawyers fo suku omokoye nyina ye kwa Boris prime minister now wa retire no look at the people who pressured him to retire you think say politicians na be the people because the politicians have power the lawmakers have power enye the president no kwa na ese wo power Ghana fo edi tumi ahye president nsama president abeye kakai se president abeye oja president ena ono no kasa na judge ho popo president any people who contribute to the law president inkotin ena etimi elect ono no otimi appoint empenfu atwa kromu ho nyina ahia any judges ekro kromu nyina ahia Ghana is in danger any asojafo no fat envelopes ye de ato ne pendie fat envelopes ye de ato Paul Adom Otchery etumi ekura no as a journalist no Paul Adom Otchery ni tumi journalist ni tumi a judge ni tumi ena police ni tumi soldier ni tumi even enimudie even Farouk na me krampo na me company se Farouk Ghana ni tumi into omo what to me to talk no they are solo omo kromo ye solo no mpo no omo need to me to pinpoint because Farouk krampo ameka say obi a wako international on international he deals with international bodies as an ambassador or somehow deals with international bodies Ghana ni eda so ye Ghana ni menua ya yete abruchi ya na yebetimi atsan change Ghana I'm telling you because Akufo-Addo used the thugs akromfo omote abruchi and odia forming a lodge a group of abronsamfo ane Ghana sike bia odi bema omo biara they will never lift up omo beka kire o say ye besi asode dan na dream say heaven wo baby enunkote ni Akufo-Addo betimi any dreams wadane Paul Adom Otchery to be aboa wadane abronya no aye moa wadane chema wuntumi mun obi owo talent wo Ghana biara dane kromfo Akufo-Addo haya kromfo young boys omunyini no manyinya yare because Ghana the government in Ghana ade eto ema omu cabinet members no eye yare I'm telling you womama inkrofania bre ama omo hwe politics say politics ye sakawa everybody owo politics mu wo Ghana no ohu politics say ye sakawa meni adwenjene ho emra Akufo-Addo mode Ghana fo omu use facts Mahama koji sika mose Mahama na adwene nya adwuma montie ne omo kan ye me de anyame na me kan ye o omo na omo kan no the best
adwena ye dibu o man ni ho eni so ko IMF ko kire se menim nyansa nti mumwa me na me mu man
o se de ma de Mahama ko IMF omo se adwene na ye dibu man no eni ho nti agi okọ IMF welfare agi okọ America food stamp the welfare the social system no agi Ghana ni woma ye ne say it's a culture the constitution even endorses corruption the constitution endorses a way a mediocracy yen constitution any yen culture ya yen a way of life tie papa we be kan kire the best akwa we will tell you the best of what corruption looks like. Mama me just a few minutes. I like to learn. I like to use a fact holistic to talk. Inti omo be kire mo corruption no. Look at what they will tell you what corruption means when you endorse it and you make it look like it is a culture and you make it look like it is a way of life. This is what a country omo endorse na omo afa ne say age opanyini no otifie no ne maame ene no afa the same adwene impanyfo omo tifie ene omo afa nkola ho plan omo atwa ntora kire nkola say akola ehia dompe edi ayenese se ne wanya calcium into omo yinam na mapanyini no ena panyini na di okola no ohia nutritious food no omo de enompe na seed ena edi ama akola no tete ena ye slave no ye yemuade ene nam no baby a fat wo no ene Ghana ni maame oni ni kunu omo aye government wo fie ena oma to krono krono ni atro ama omomba ena yakacha akola ne se ndompe akokọ ne nan ne kon ne ti ena akola ne de seso odi papa ne maame eno eso omudin enam no na onu o ya akola no mom no atro from foundation from the onset ya ton krono yare ama Ghana niba muntie
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in a state of perpetual sickness.
It's a moral disease that keeps a community in a perpetual poverty. You see, minya mosimu buadie. Ghana for ye go yen we no ye bu painful. Wo your kromfuo deep or kromfuo ba. Wo ye deep. You are in a deep kronon. Because mamika asemichiro went to me I'm investigating your papa kan and say yampa. It's you are the son of a thief. Who your kromfuo mu kromfuo ba or kromfuo ba or ye worse than or kromfuo nankasa. Ghana ni bi eni obu ade. The only difference I yet to Ghana ni kon say before ansa na betimi adi atam na je wo je license tekene de Japan. Aje wo je license aje wo sika. Ya manipulate you to make you small into one so you grow up disrespect to a basic things. You see, umuade enti obodamfo en survive wo krom ya nya bodamfo ti edwam umuade enti akola ya melesti akola wo si opanyini no melesti akola no or your opanyini odimu what bodam sene wo maame to even use this language. You are more than corrupt. Ye dia nyemo ye dia tetemo ye dia feedimu corrupt nti na wotu wo na wo ridompe ama wo sinyebu corruption ena ama wo ye di akokọ ne nan ebi say my favorite part of the chicken is the leg obua ye dia tetewo ya ma wa pe by force. So corruption no eno na ye chirichiri mu akire ono nti wo hwe obi te say Paul Adom Otchery ya wonu wo kronum onu ankasa ne kro asase no engudie eniama ewoso no nim kasa eka nti munjai mu adada na modada mu se Ghana fo buade Ghana ni bia mu obo Ghana ni bia no obuade hweche ma wuntumi hwe MPP fuo impeinfo no omo begina ho a look at Mahama kura wabedi ade da wo Ghana. Look at how next to nothing. Look at Ghana ni penny or kan igbeni asantini or kan igbeni asem. Look at Ghana ni fantini or onya ni kromuni asantini. Look at how otimi didi natem. Look at how amoka nsem ede tomu ho na mokasa de tomu ho. Inti wumu ade you have no respect than the kromu ani akola. Mo pese mo dada mo a ehu ena mudi ahye mumu ade o mumu hwe because akola na mabontin kura bucket wumu no ye can social system to be fixed wo se enkrofo no nko fix yo mo ho wonua na wada ne kronfo no wonua na ekomwade na wakowia obi aponche because of krono mamika asemichiro onipa dasani. Always give them the freedom to choose. When you choose for a human being will make a decision that will give them comfort. Into kona nipa wo baby anti ne krom ha omo make sure say muwa na omo gugugu nkroso uko Japan, South Korea ni enti adwuma ebu menua bi ofre me a obi opa adwuma miensa ya ma na option o si ya ma adwendwene o ayama ni enti a adwuma bu na ojiminifuo te se nkrofo bi mi omotetete amanone a omontene ayeka we ase no adwuma bu because kromu ho no omunim se economically no the world esan say ye evolve na oil ebi ana efrikwa eku ho ebi ana gari ya wudi kura no abuna na eye abuna betimi akopentokwa ama abuna entimi mfa gari ni mrew on time into wo papa make sure say ne dan na chi no waye efuo bi da ho inti nkronkro ahodo aye mfuo da omukuro achi na se gari no kondo gari na se ofuse ekuya ho na opese okoto ne dia at least no wutimi ni wudan achi negotiate enu nti nkronkro amuwo nyansa a wo mu ni nkosiafo ma bi ngugu mu na omu nyina se unit no mu hu se krobonini ayegbenini me yusu wei wo de wo nkan wei hu wo de wo nkan wei hu na ye mu kro mu pacha no omu ni bisa wo ho inti omu nim se oil omu produce oil South Korea they have no resources but omu de omu adwene they speak one and they form one front one purpose inti omu nim se omu pe oil la omu nim se omu pe mo a omu nimo inti omu nim se omu pe mo a omu nim se omu pesika omu de benya omu de betimi ato Ghana hwene ekoso ene corona ye blame corona so intos corona me hu corona attest positive for that me hu se intos attest positive e wo Ghana me hu se banchi attest positive e wo Ghana me hu se mo attest positive e wo Ghana me hu se even crampo esam me hu se attest positive me hu se yen banchi ni yen menkani eni yen kontomre attest positive wo Ghana inso abanya abon epese kire say corona ama banchi omu nim say corona esan say nya wo na wo produce corona nintino nkrofo pa adwuma say corona natural disaster ba they can still fight it. You see, you are meant to overcome natural disaster. We are meant to outdo with natural disaster. During this natural disaster with the corona, no, many businesses flourished. Many people sukus ebukromwa minimunga obi during the corona no ofa ho esanse na factory mu no owo no enne corona nti abanya to suku no ose monkoko personal support workers monkoko no free metua mamo metua because corona na be kire yenyansa in the next couple years we will need people to work in these sectors watu omupay mu nanso na te first no nya corona enka personal support workers no ye from mu to pepaton because omo ye nurse fo ye from nurse fo maid enne corona nti ebi mu ebuebue aban ne se esanse corona na mutu mu store mu che nti no aban ne se mumbue patios outside the patios inti aban ne ma omu sika every business wo kromo anya sika ni bi esan ja munim economics ho adwene inti ye kasa ma mu meka bi mon kasa ma mu meka bi aban am make sure say dwuma bukronum because corona they have something called Mr. and Mrs. Johnson. In the business, they will pay visit to you because it's a unim da will store no esrono babebuye into your contingency accounts. Your accounts are as nipa dasani. You take a plan. A kromwa ye yis roader. Ye shede ye road nibi eton chain na ye make sure say in the next 15 years the population will be double into ye de a kwan way ye bema away no ye ne kwan no so maja baby ato into hu se kromwa de bi omu buebue kwan mu ye ka sama enyansafo mei muma ye nwene nkwa akire kofuado e this country omo mbedi yo no madiko papa adenti nene na Twitter adenti na ye muye Twitter 20 years ago so obisa say adenti na Mahama sisu ya me ye dede nkrofo bi ye dede ye ja omo MPP ye dede during Mahama time omo ye demonstration they did a lot of demonstration during Mahama time sauti ase adenti na ene Zoom obi age atum so na first na Zoom yanji na nkrofo ego we face to face meeting na Zoom enye popular eye monsuade inti ya fa nkrofo bi te say Paul Adom Otchery Gyimi fo ma omunsua nyansa tie nia corruption eye kro tie nientra obronia strip to me a free impanyidie mu tie nienti a opanyini abrofo mte ha obi a woyɛ Boris Johnson wonni tumi ensene wo minister obi a woyɛ Boris Johnson wonni tumi esene wo MP obi a woyɛ Boris Johnson kromu hanomu wonni tumi nti wokoyɛ mmoade wokosa ewo mrekwa yɛse mensa a omu wo hu tumi so meka kire wo sɛ woyɛ foolish man tie.
Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent, it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits only temporarily those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corruption, people,
it plunders the nation's wealth. Yet sikaso inso ekom ediyen. Se nipa ahun, se munsua enipa ho ene ye ne the way nipa su etia. Wahunia esi wo we Japan. Wahu say enkofu bi mu when you push people too far to the walls and you think you have someone like Paul Adom Otchery ba wo miemu mo gyimi same church o hawa hanom ye hye bue system ne tum nso we the system is still in its field. We are still struggling as a before ha na nienti a entimi nko totally no. A group of lawyers be o maye ho investigation and who say the foundation of the law nankasa korana abrofo no ye no say yan scrapu ni nyina racism enko totally enunti ena during a way akwa way Donald Trump ebimu etiminye tumiko ra bebi a omo ehemra edi ema omo ye niama ensi bi da ewa America esi ye omo say in 1920 something ebinsi chese mra democracy abe Donald Trump timi every race at the ton ma abrofo a no mo dwene say ahoho bi ba be fa omo kuro no said ye we eyeye no we hit la ye pepepe no Donald Trump be sha ase wa Kufuado with its government has been able to lower some people to think say Ghana belong to a few people, to think to make omaton adwene bi ama Ghana ni a oni madwene on its own. You see, these people are the people who stood up to the law. Ewa ebibimaemu. They were fighting corruption, which trickles down to racism, trickles down to nepotism, trickles down to discrimination, trickles down to stripping people of their rights. And mo form mende constitutions. Oni a ohweme emua bi mu wo Ghana mo mpene. They have allowed themselves to be bought like Paul Adom Otchery, still insisting cannot get Mahama's name off his head. He cannot. Paul Adom Otchery is worse than the politicians. You see, people who has excessive compulsions, who are just say Gyimi. So when you want to understand the word Gyimi ono no ka hwe kire na obi o se me di fufuo nko a unim se nkofo bi mu o mate abrochi no, they never tried Italian food, they never try any other food. They refuse to learn bash, they refuse to accept and just be open-minded about certain laws and a certain rules, a certain ways of life. Say in fact, it gives you opportunity, a learning opportunity, a curve for you to also experience something new, different. You see, because you are in control. When you are not in control, you fear to try anything. When you are not in control, when your emotions are weak, when you are weak as a person, good day, Yabua, you fail to try something else. And this is what has become like a pandemic among Ghanaians, Sibimu, refusing to accept to say, Wasani, Opepeni, and Zimeni in Zimampua. It's a combination of French, knowing that we are all mixed, combination of different languages in every form in Zimao. Some people failed to accept Kwame Nkrumah as a Ghanaian. The secret behind it. Some people who love divisive, like speaking languages of division, tribal, like a tribal bigots, refuse to accept to say, even Amanoni Oteno, say, if the majority of different kinds floods that country, the laws changes with the people. Some people, they refuse. They refuse. So what I say. So this is why Ghana is stuck. Right now, Ghana is jinafaku. Because why? We know one way. Yenna nenie. We na yenim. Teteniama. Ama brantia benyini. Every Ghana kronum. Because of Ghana nkoyo. Wakwatina obi maimu. He is not accepted as a human being, but he is only accepted because this country was built at the back of immigrants. In Yuma and Krofuya Wahano, Ghana for Yawahano, in Sudebio Mubre. So, Yang Akonodianisanka Yebenya Yung Krum, where you feel like you belong, Nanka Yakotina back. That is all. If we are going to allow people like Bawumia, people like Adom Otchery, journalists who refuse to claim the country as their own, but views only Ghana through the money they can make to say the Ghana de Omoka. They see Ghana to say it's an entity, it's an individual, but yes, and which is why we are speaking into the system, so people don't suffer to feel say Ghana owes them money when they get opportunity to change a situation, because that is what is going on in Ghana. When people finally make a choice, I know some young men in MPP. Every day they make about $300 American dollar. Ghana. Every day, they make $300 a day. Ghana. Kissing asses, stealing from the people those items or lands belong to. Ekromuha, when you have a talent, people who can build, create, have a service, has a product, makes that much of money. But Ghana within MPP, I know people that makes, I'm telling you, Enuama Ghana ni enyini enia bre sika. Amagana ni enia bre sika. But ekromu ayam me sika bi da bange wa ha. You know, when I log in, na me check interest mama no 24 cents. It is more than 20. It is more than more than 20,000 because it's not on in any IGC or GIC, or it's not in any investment. A Hawaii investment, the highest you will get a 1 point something, 1.2 point away interest, because money don't run this country. Adwene nyansa, integrity. It bring man into a mama animudia. Me catch you say there was a black man be on me beka sa sesiano. Or ye electrician. Ewo baby a me ye adwuma. E sign say oye tuntumunti no. Ono no. Ye omo ye adwuma e den. But guess who is making the real money no? Abrofo no mo top no. Omo no mo make iska. Into tuntum ni o. But they use your talent, your skills to use to make money. Ghana, your skills and talent is how well you can lie for opinion, how much you are willing to put your life on the line, not for your country, but for opinion, not to lie for them, steal for them. Inti bawumia is just like a otuntumni a wakikemu ha. Say yes, say we MPP for omunya we for na entina omu lose votes we northern regions ho. They brought in bawumia, but just like abrofo wahano, they make sure say you will never get to make decisions. So look at what is going on. You think Bawumia will become a president? Afena secret no ever out. Bawumia can never be a president according to Mwankasankasa mo constitution no. Aji anakan. These are some of the things politics are very important. Almost aji anakan. And unto utimi wo so pepeni ba onim so papa ye pepeni korampo peso wo kan ko bebia ofu se tumi wo. Ayigbeni oti Asante region impo enyin tumu so ya ayigbeni. Hwe menu ya mameka asem nkyere mo se. And the more someone feels like that, the less productive they become. And until a kromwa, yama obia including abua to me. Yama obia juma abua we juma wa. Squirrels be a medria dia. No ma bed dane mi konkono. Me dria dia wa mechire wa. Omutimi be digi ha adwene. Nso fa unsa koka omna ha ade. Ye wo geese, mother goose sefo. Omu nyina wo right wo country ha. Omu twa kwan mu kura huntimi and rival. Omu wa adwuma ya ma geese na adwuma. Unim geese adwuma wa ha. Entontom na afono mo wo Ghana no ha yan geese no. Hwe o sen bridge wo ba bia wo kurom a. O sen the rivers no, creeks no, ebon. O se bon kankan utimi se summer time no. Eniema fi na wa ase no, utimi se summer winter time unte because e freezing. Summertime what you say sanya mano ote onam kuruma na sa wa ote abrochi ube ka kire me ko ben creek out mo te senteno na so entontom geese no ono so ya asan na adwuma opro wa adwuma owo kora wa adwuma wa ha. They don't kill them. Madam Fubi baby ana ne back no kire no wo nwram into owo ketwe bi ba na kire ho Oba share wa friend 911 and omo join in to human animal control omo nipa na ba mama sha abai wa kete bi no betam wono o say oh wow you're lucky you will never get a mouse in your house or wono kura wadwuma ga ne betam wono e no san ko dane wono say enwe mu ho pan wono onkoda peacefully Oche wadwuma wa ha. Everybody have something to do. And we are talking about making sure say you can belong to a party, but don't be stupid. Don't be fool. Don't be gimmick. Don't let them use you for bad work. Don't let them take advantage of your gift niema mama wo ho aba mfaso amadua anua ewia nsuo no unless you are in your purest form. Se me ka kire wo hwe omo de omo wura akɔhye politics mu omo wuwu a minua wo be dwane afi politics na wo be kasa for the truth. You will start talking for the truth. Esanse bebre no, you see, okota anwa na ne mwane board no nim ne ntra. Unim ne ntra me car na me the $47 na fele and then me the 96. Who is saying that is not true? Ma Jimmy. E Jimmy na doso. It is true, but guess how much I make, how much I can make, how much it's in the system. How much? Monday ya me jene egufie no me jene no be we ni minto jene lemon be we ni minto lemon inuane egu abrochimpo inuane enye that expensive. So what are you talking about? Aduane nye expensive. What are you talking about? Onia Oshame, Montier, what corruption will do.
Compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter. It's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
You see, a simple language for simple people. A simple language for simple people. Simple people are humans. People who understands the basics. People who knows when things are wrong, they know the wrong things. So what you see? Yeba hano, a half of frono, and near maybe near the same. But who notice it? Wana, who is near my near the same? I'm doing well. Osman, and Yaman, you're the same, but did you notice it? Did they took anything out of you? Wow, tia bruchi. And Yama boy, did they took anything out of you? Why are we blaming gas and boy on the world economic downfall? Ukromu yentu gas wo. Why are we blaming in toast bo ayedin ukromu yenuan toast wo? Why said dokono? Yes, dokono eye 3 cedis. Na ne 1 cedi no mpono. Na yes ne boarding. We used it for campaign. And ye $3. Aden na Ghana ni fele ne more. Aden na Ghana ni ene. Yes, nyama boarding. We are safe na nyina. Nyama boarding. Ba meti hei. Unim enro akura email amenyaye. Do you know say mejuma meye wa ha? I can eat. I can drive. I can do everything and I still work. Uko Cuba minimum wage very small, but so are the omo eniama ewo mu kromu are also low in prices. Mo amunsua ade enkwache mu read no. the rest of Africa ewo Africa kuro so wohwe Africa omo DVP yesen ewo Ghana ewo omo kuro mu ho eniama ne bo aden gas utility yesen ewo omo kuro mu se wonsua Ghana amongst the rest of all the African countries has the most highest. And you know why we are yelling at Ghana? Ghana see more check. But if we have people like Akufo Addo and it continues, Mose Mahama ebe ye say inte Akufo Addo mra inti niamu di beche obino mu bedi mo yare. Is that the game we are playing? Mahama koji loan inti maminye emu triple. Mahama bedi sika inti mamimedi mu triple. Is that what you are? Then what is the sense? What is the sense of you using this same thing? Not just say yebediko. Mamika assumption for the first time. Ghanaian youth are rising up. So say Ghana for ni momo right. Wumpeo in sakraye eba ebini emukasa na Paul Adom Otchery. I don't know who owns that radio station ho. It is not credible at all. It's like it has no credibility or any integrity. I don't know people who actually advertise their businesses. You see, a TV producer or a journalist should not be making or depending on politicians for a bigger income. A journalist should have made enough money. A TV station should be richer than politicians. TV stations should be richer than politicians. If Ghana is a lawful country and TV stations, people would gift. Look at how madani corona yen hell. She eniyama esesa nkofo hwe e wo TV so no. Esanka TV stations nya ho sika no. Mo de krono ab exchange eniyama power Ghana. The most entertaining people Ghana for. So mu ni entertainment. Say Indian for na entertaining mu. The most gifted people on the planet is West Africa. But you see, the most resources sanka nkrofo ebeton na edu amanone international items goods. Sanka Ghana yen television owners, TV station owners, so mo make sika nya politics. One ma politics abe infeste the good things. She delay ni a fear Schwarzenegger. These people could have produced the most like a credible, like the most beautiful drama where it would have lasted in Kolaeba in Sube Mukombe so mobeko into drama, into TV production, and as a production film production. That people, you see, what attracts other people to you a culture. What attracts people into countries is a culture, drama, food, music, a way of living, life. Ghana has none of these things to show for. Look at our musicians. They can never even go beyond the border. Uba brochi ya nkola ya womu wa in the 2000s no. Omo de Ghana nyom nesa. Me ba boy and now what the 20 wa ya me nanano. Or take every Ghana tree or the Ghana nyom omo de beshe Ghana phone call omo abrochi me omo de Ghana nyom Nigeria nyom esa. Every udumo mu kura se Nigeria nyom Ghana nyom e wo mo mu na no me call we Walmart Ghana nyom na ye bon na me jam me say omo bo Ghana nyom. Ghana cannot produce so TV station as obia or a presenter should have made enough money and ke omo kura na ye omo open clubs no TV presenters are top. They have money. They have money. They just say omo ye anajo edu so omako DJ aka ho omo DJ entertainment. We have so much items to sell using our TV, people to advertise. But a net TV stations are so corrupt. We have school, ways, businesses to sell on television. And then yet on politics with TV. So look at Paul Adom Otchery, trying his best. He sold himself, trying his best. Akufo-Addo anene politicians binin kwa na so obesisa. Akufo-Addo binin kwa na so obesisa. Onu a wo hwe me, so sad. It is so sad, sir. Enkofu bi mo won ambulance bebe o mu fie. Some people ambulance bebe o mu fie on. Omuntimi nkasa no maka kire ambulance no. No innovations on TV, yes. Omuntimi nkasa no maka kire ambulance no. What is wrong with them? No obi a wonnim wo yare no won. Obi a wontimi kan kire doctor. Doctors are na magicians. Uti won se Ghana fo bebre omunnim omo yare. Nkofo bebre nim hwe ka se dum so. Omunnim ne ekoso dum so. You don't, you see, omono ewiase ne mframa ade achen, ade asan, ade achen, ade asan. That's all they know. Activities, events, the weather, the changes, niyama ekoso change weather no omunim. People, the more they speak, the more they show their ignorance. Dumso, ewo Ghana, Mahama, or ye peteku, or kosu dumso. Are you foolish? No. Are you this daft? We are dumb. We are talking about a person single-handedly, the causing ineffective way of managing money, causing a dilemma in Ghana. Dumso is like a corona ewo Ghana. You see, monyene, and now you think it's a Akufo-Addo fix Dumso. Those two machines in the power na Mahama koto ya ene, 3 of them. Togbe afede, Krampo kan that innovation no ene running Ghana. Still a Dumso wo Ghana. During Mahama time no, Kufuor, President J.J. Rawlings revived Ghana. A lot of people are no more project in Ghana. Look at international investment in Ghana from 2012, 2000 a recession no cause many people move abrochi businesses to Africa and other parts of where labor is low. Mo nimu economics. Mo bon de mo amokasan Morgan. What Jimmy Dodo? Morgan Richmond. What Jimmy? Cause what is say Paul Adom Otchery? At least when me akasa. You have seen where I'm coming from. I've told you. What Jimmy? During the Kufuor Emma in Kufuor ni J Ghana for investment. Yeah, Ghana for Jimmy, I'm telling you. Ghana for bebre Jimmy. Ghana for bebre to say Morgan. What Jimmy? Or you know what? Wako boro obi kuromu hypocrite. Translate ko Ghana kasem obeti hypocrisy ase. Ni oye hypocrite wu ena wo ye hypo bakasa na okanonte. During that time na nkrofo ye business wo Ghana pa. Abrochifo besisi dan bebre. Kokumasi we kura ho. Me kokumasi hostel say gugu kumasi nipantimu no. Esne. You see, you don't know business opportunity for Ghana. In Kofako Sisidai, it's not business. It's milking, it was stripping electricity. Got the power where you know what is required for Ghana. No. Ghana for and from Tete. Yes, it was the politicians' fault. They did not invest into our electricity powers in our Ghana. No. So, Emra, Mahama, ebesi suna Ghana na epeke. Satam no read the results of many people that goes to Ghana. Satam no na nkrofo ton ade ma adeche mo Gyimi say mo per business model amomra ma I will give you plenty mo Gyimi obi koto dan e Ghana for obi beto design ono so kwa koto design obi koto design no nko a on change mu da osro chance osro to take a Ghana ni sro so obi take chance first na Mahama enim president away Akufuo eda Akufuo ye so an no sada no so na me wo Ghana sada na tsunami ade bi si ye wo kro na me wo wiem na Ghana ye utade anadwo omo ton ade because na ye handi over to na JJ Rollins a maintain kro no bia wato inti ye handi over to Kufuo e ma China for by yonkro mo bebre Kufuo ma brochifo bebre be ye business wo Ghana in Kufuo sisi dan the electricity power now e twesa niam no e wo hefa Richmond Morgan what Gyimi Mahama e na be koso dumso inti okoto new power a eno na ekura Ghana munundum sa machines no ne yenhwe say dumso e mabaka do you know this? You don't know nothing. Unimu shey ni awunim ni anansesam awuni. Say Rollins abegwa wo papa. Made the choice na wonso ene. What have you done? Mo papa mo anansesam Gyimi fo na obroni onfa wo ba road a omo ye bebre kwa. You are enjoying my show Morgan. You are still here wasting to say no waja me voice note to be Richmond Morgan. O voice note no it is repetitive like a machine I say. Why I say Paul Adom Otchery Gyimi you still repeat yourself. Dum so uni sheka one kosukuntino you think I said the current school way no what Ghanaian need umuhu unim ne ye maw umpa de pa maw uchiri wo ho inti uchiri wo yonko Ghanani so mo Richmond Morgan umpe wo ho mu na mote politics mu no mu na mama nana kwan mu na mokotokoto nana mu na wo no se nia edi mu wo Ghana maw eye panyini obi oye influence owo sika adwene ni nyansa de enye ade a eye eholdi anyway man enti na motime be gina ho e kan some fun dum so unim the cost of dum so wo unim the cost of dum so wona wonko na wa ha na wo type shit enti ye nyina no ye nim no kore look at how many people are here has the same energy to fight back the politicians. Look at how many people. Richmond Morgan, look at how many people are on this line. Look at how many people who agrees what is going on in Ghana. Nasha say, are you making a fool out of yourself or wine? Uti South Korea hono kurampono. Uni South Korea ni ba enete. Uni South Korea ni ba muna momo kobe mutu kwanya. You hate yourself ama wono kurampono Ghana mfa ho mu ye mu no mu no umpe Ghana wo be ko Ghana na you feel less okonwa dotwe papa bi na okwa akope bi edi wo Ghana nti na wo ko Ghana o kwa akope twe papa bi na edi wo kwa akope we banku aduane papa bi asente papa bi wom e na edi oti South Korea. They won't give him anything. I'm telling you, these people are working for a way. These people are working for nothing. I'm telling you, don't even envy them. They are working for nothing. O nimushe, minu anu amoshe. O nyanko ponshira mwohu. Na monshe said yebe siya voti. Kufuado abe chire yense. Ghana no, omube share omo be pair omo nia omo wo an ye ha uko Ghana we kura ho a wo fi no wo de ho ko kire unsisa hwe wo ho uko na mfuturo no gumu ana say yes wo te Ghana na wo che say abusiafo bi antukwa wo Morgan ukona se ukona no ena ma wona kopetwe se wote ase ena edi twa papa bi Mahama is corrupt. Yes, Mahama na was one wabodama na Mahama teso. What decision is Mahama making now? Onuanomo, let's take care. Na mun share video no afenso a Richmond to stars na men fan koma unkura asefo na omo frefre me no. Wate? To stars no gum. I like to see your name to stars ni gum. Mfuima. Nyame nhira mo ma papa Alhaji Salia Nyankopon Sham Ibrahim, may God bless you. Everlasting Ghana Nyankopon enhira mo. Mo nyina obi a wo hwe bia nyame nhira mo. Me kom na mo ble hanom no eniama boy den yes. But na me tell you as dey bi at least no ha wo de car ya de credit card na gum ya se bagibi wo wa fe kra be ma wo bagibia wo hwa na untimi ntua na wakohu nkrofo obi mu ye from credit repairers odo wo beko magister ni bi ho na wakoso ese wo twen 7 years no na wakoso ese wo nika bi wo bible mu it's a biblical na ye do wo kanyina chew se wo hwa nso a na aban no ye another program aban ne fire ka no half it would ka 70,000 aban ne efa half na yama wo nso atua ebi a 1/3 of it na 1/3 no ntua ni nyina wo se wo benya 50 every month saa no wo mu 6 months a wo behwe na credit card na reduce score bi ma score bi me say abrochi ade ya ba ya be sign ya ma wo behwe omo krekres ka kase aye omo tebrof de bia me ka kire wo because Ghana ni no ya no yetena play mu nanso na wo ba etio aboom se ya be sua nti oma utia 50-50 wo ho na score bi kosoro na another financial institution say obrabeji afenso aban no wa maniama wa mankofo bi mu license financial we institutions bi kwa omo amadwuma nye no wo be hu say okoji loan wo ho na ya mano loan no money mart no money gramo eto kwa oji 300 a week a okwa wo se mo mame 150 na me fa nkwohwe me how far eno no bebre wo ho but eno krampo no me kra me ba beti financial institution bia me be kire how to repair how to be a millionaire somewhat I say how to be a millionaire before no mema wa go through some rituals bia prapra okumemu na wa don krofo bi mu bi mu te say Richmond we mu omo no omo no ye de omo gi ade ye de omo bo afore e gi ade papa we mu no omo ye nru omo gu system no mu but nru bia nso no edua bia na ebubu a nkasee no ya ye de enti eru bia nya useless ye de bi adwodwo ye ho awo ba wo de bi be soja sauti ase wo de bi nso ebeye light wo de bi kwa koso ye matches enwura na ye te say Richmond mu no nti obia ye useful e wasa ase so nti me no emu asa Richmond mu no me pa omo asempa because me de omo gineama saa na ete na ma kirew how a obetimi a repair wo na obetimi a make a level comfortably na sikanso da ho ma ma wo ye discipline. It teaches you how to be disciplined. So what you say sacrifice no thank you Fio. Thank you, Fio. So what I say, you do omo sacrifice. I say unye omo. Back in those days, you know, when Rebecca Bana oko ware we Naomi no. Is it Naomi na ne bako ware. Sa lady no na ono no odware enkoama na omo yakwoji omo a ye de omo ye sacrifice. Yo no no ofidi omo. So what asansa na obehu nyame asa na Rebecca de ne ko ne fi o ma ne ko hia Moab no sa na tie nti wiase no there's nothing new under the sun obi ti say we no me de ne ye sacrifice na mama wo apepa wa komam na wahu nkwase afoka say ye tie I'm telling you obodam foka say tie we insanity ho na obehu na say hu fam ba obehu fam yie na wado sa no be hu saniama bi e gravitate towards you e ba be kire sa uti asenti abrochi anom niama bebre wa Monday metwa kire wonuane aban etugum ukwa wakoji bi wo sika woni sika ukoji bi Italian Ghana for sorry almost say Ghana for so muntia 11 ma Gyimi na nka menko tua Italian ni bi na kire made bi o say kromu ha omo ntimi mfa omo mmemeki sika ono mo be use omo to make money o say so omo fra wo se bra beje we fa credit card a savings ka ho anasa omo wo we ka ho ma omo wo benefit ka ho ntimi me credit cards nyina no wo to ade a 1.7% omo de brew back sa na me o say make sure on so say uko de koto ade na wo sika na da ho a wo de koto ade so who is using who obema wo benefit no wa untua interest na e wo so no this is financial literacy wa untua interest no inti omo no they have big credits afena me mavis mi sua wo inti say ye ka Ghana asema aban nya obi a ye defending Richmond aban enyo obi a ye defending you don't yes what Gyimi to go and vote for MPP yeah you think sir in a country you have the citizens you have the tribalists and you have the idiot group mono me catch Richmond you don't untia bebu me say wono ye de wo gi ade wono MPP for ye de wo agi ade me so me de wo gi ade until you will vote 1,000 times. I know that you are a foolish boy. We are a foolish boy. What you has here? Go to Ghana and vote for. Me say wo be dwane akọ vote too. Go and vote. Mu ka ho a e na agoro no eye de. Na ka say wi asen ko say afọ bi ti say wo ameka ho anka me ye den hwe me boss frɛ me say me mehwe ne computer mu na metima den e be ye den me sua ni yi se ne e be ya omo no so mo won ekwan omo de do soro ho se ne e be ya me so me fro soro na age obi so bibi mu Nyankopon hira mo may God bless you for Richmond Morgan is an MPP homo twan ojan di ojan homo jan Nyankopon hira me nuano mo me say ye use omo de yade and everywhere you are they will use you to do something ne me den say omo use wo de yade ni wi no madampo so that's a good thing Nyankopon hira mali also just a souhaite une bonne journée Nyankopon hira mo nyina mawo ne jo nye fe mawo ne ejo no fia no na ba yo Nyankopon on hira mo nyina Nyankopon hira mo see ten your thing na o tongue na rade Richmond Morgan na o de on we on hwe ni din no Richmond Morgan hwe ni din no na wankasa jeje Shewudino wankasa jeje asem no Richmond Morgan we wa shedino wo beti ase ye midindi dede tech dede Mavis ne de me de beje sika Richmond Morgan kan ye wo wudi mu o fun twin twats nyame nhira mo nyina unity grand raising may God bless you all. Alrighty.